My guest is Anita Nelving with the famed Cirque du Soleil. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Excited to find out a lot of things that I don't know about Cirque du Soleil. Let's start by talking about Cirque du Soleil globally in terms of where do you have shows currently, and then we'll move to Las Vegas.
Okay, fantastic. Well, Cirque du Soleil is almost 25 years old now, and we started as a small group of street performers, and now we're an international company. We have shows all over the world. We currently have 14 shows. So we have 6 permanent productions, 5 of which are here in Las Vegas, and 1 in Orlando, Florida at Walt Disney World, downtown Disney. That's called La Nuba. And then we have 2 arena shows, and they're actually new to Cirque du Soleil. One is called Delirium, and that's a music-based show that plays in large stadiums, and that's currently in Europe. And one of our original touring productions, Saltimbanco, is now playing in arenas in small cities around the States. And then we have our traditional big top shows. We have 6 of those, and we have 1 in Australia, we have 2 here in the United States, 1 in Shanghai right now in China, and 1 in Europe. So yeah, we are literally all over the globe. So it's a very exciting time for the company. We're growing at a rapid pace, but still keeping close to our roots at the same time. We currently have 6 touring shows around the globe, and we just actually launched our newest big top show called Cusa. So we have 6 now, and we'll probably stay for 6 for the next couple of years. And Cusa and Corteo are 2 of our big top shows that are touring the States. They generally stay in each city anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks, depending on the size of the city. And we will also stay in Europe, Asia, South America, and Central America, actually, in the next 12 to 24 months with our touring shows.
Moving to Las Vegas, you have the top 5 shows here. You are the top entertainment provider. Tell us about the 5 shows. I know the Beatles is the most popular, probably very difficult to get tickets.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have here in Las Vegas, Cirque du Soleil has 5 productions. We work with our hotel partner MGM Mirage to create the theatre and the production. So each one is an original performance that can only be seen in Las Vegas, and they are permanently here in Las Vegas. They don't tour around to anywhere else in the world. Our latest production that we launched is The Beatles Love, which we produced in association with Apple Corps or the Beatles. So that was very exciting for us, and we had Paul and Ringo and Olivia and Yoko Ono come to the opening, and it was incredible. And that's based on the music and the emotional journey, I would say, of the Beatles, and that's currently playing at the Mirage. Next is Car, which is playing at MGM Grand, and that is just a theatrical phenomenon, to be honest. I mean, it's almost like the stage is the star. The stage is massive, and it turns 360 degrees upside down, in, out, however you can possibly imagine. And in fact, we've basically reinvented what it is to make a stage here in Las Vegas. So that's a very popular performance here as well, again at MGM Grand. Then Zumanity is our sensual side of Cirque du Soleil, and that's where we've gone a bit risky, a bit naughty. It's a cabaret show, and it's where we're exploring sexuality in all its forms. So it's very appropriate for Las Vegas, but definitely I recommend someone who's open-minded to come to see Zumanity. It's not for all Cirque fans, but it's definitely it's a fantastic experience. O is what most people know is our water show, and that's at Bellagio. It's a timeless production. It's incredibly beautiful. It is a very difficult show to get tickets to because it's constantly sold out. However, we do have last-minute tickets and a standby line, so people can definitely still see that show, and I really do recommend it if they can, if they're here in Las Vegas. And then there's Mystère, which is our original Cirque du Soleil production. It's been here 14 years now. We call it our classic Cirque du Soleil show, and it's actually a local's favourite. Everyone here in Las Vegas absolutely loves Mystère. It's very high energy, a lot of acrobatics. It's a very surreal production, and it's very, very enjoyable also. So that's our 5 productions here in Vegas.
How many creative teams are there working on the next production?
Mm-hmm. We're working on a lot of new productions right now. In fact, we're about to launch 3 new shows next year. 1 here with Chris Angel in Las Vegas, 1 permanent show in Tokyo with Disney, at Tokyo Disney, and another one in Macau. There's a whole new expansion in Macau, so we're launching a production there at the Venetian. So right now we have 3 different creative teams working on creating permanent productions for Cirque du Soleil. So that's anywhere from the director to the director's assistant to the set designer, the costume designer, the props designer, and it's a flurry of activity right now in Montreal creating those 3 different performances. So we tend to have our favourite creators that we use for our different productions, but as we're creating more and more, we're inviting new talent from all over the world to help contribute to the creativity of Cirque.
The original creator is still the main person who oversees the creative aspect of new productions?
Guy Liberté is the founder and the CEO of Cirque du Soleil, and he was an original fire-breathing accordion player, a street performer, and he still owns Cirque du Soleil. So he travels the world to find new creative people to work with, and then he hands those new projects off to a director and the president of the company to create. But yes, he serves as the guide, I guess, for each of the productions, and he has the final say-so and the final sign-off for each of the performances that are made.
Let's talk a little bit about Macau. For those who don't know, Macau exceeded in terms of revenues received, exceeded Las Vegas last year. Mm-hmm. And all the major casinos in the U.S., MGM, Sands, Venetian, are opening mega casino complexes over there with openings right now. And over the next, I think, 2 years, I'm estimating, but probably around 60,000 rooms being added. What's the scale of the production there in terms of the facilities and what your expectations are?
We're very excited to be working in Macau and with our new partner Venetian. Venetian just opened last month in August. To a huge reception, which was very exciting for us. Our show that's being built there right now is on an enormous scale, and it will absolutely replicate its surrounding in terms of its scale and its size and its appeal. But basically, you could probably compare it to our Las Vegas shows here to a car or an O in terms of its size and the amount of money being invested into this performance. We have an incredible creative team working on the show in Macau, and that will open in summer next year. We're very excited.
What kind of money are involved for one of these performances?
Well, for instance, Car, which is to date our most expensive performance, it was $165 million invested in both the performance and the theatre. For Car particularly, $130 million of that went into the theatre design itself and another $35 million into the creation of the show. So we're talking big dollars here for sure.
Acrobatics in China is a big thing, for many generations, but fairly Spartan staging and so forth, and of course, but the acrobats are tremendous. Well, of course, Cirque du Soleil, I think, has been tapping acrobats from China since the beginning. How does that market, your Shanghai show, react to your form of acrobatic performing?
I haven't been to the show in Shanghai, so I can't comment too much on that. But you are correct. Cirque du Soleil has been working with Chinese acrobats for many, many years, and they are definitely among the best in the world and basically almost invented acrobatics in its current form. So we're very much aware of that fact, and we'll be drawing on that talent for our new shows in Asia. But what we are able to bring to it, which isn't necessarily seen in China, is the production element. So it's the huge stage, the intricate costumes, the incredible scores that are written for these productions. So it's a combination of this incredible acrobatics that may have been seen locally, but combined and put into a whole new setting, which will just wow audiences over there, I'm sure. Right now we sell our tickets. We have a group sales department that works with conventions that come in town. But eventually we will be working with tour operators to target international tourists and large tourist group. And we're working towards that in the coming years. So I would definitely advise people to sort of look out for that, because we're hoping to be able to package shows and package with the hotel for various packages for these tour operators. Currently, MGM Mirage are building City Centre, which is located right next to Bellagio, and as part of that city centre, they are building us a theatre which will actually host our new production which is based on the life of Elvis, and that's going to be opening 2009. So we're currently creating that as well, but that will be our 7th production here in Las Vegas. But that theatre construction is currently underway. It's very exciting.
Now, is there, that's your theater or is MGM's theater?
All of the theatres here in Las Vegas are built by MGM Mirage, but to Cirque du Soleil specifications for a specific show that we're designing. So that's the same case for the City Centre. It is MGM Mirage's theatre, but they're building it to our theatre design.
Thank you so much, Anita. Learned a lot. It's exciting.
It's very exciting. Thanks very much for having me.